Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for August 25th. So, let's get started.
This day in history!
On this day in history, August 25th, 1819, Allan Pinkerton was born. He was a detective. In 1861, Pinkerton uncovered an assassination plot against Abraham Lincoln. The conspirators intended to kill Lincoln in Baltimore during a stop along the way to his inauguration. Pinkerton warned Lincoln of the threat, and the president-elect's trip was changed so that he passed through the city secretly at night. Lincoln later hired Pinkerton to organize the Secret Service to obtain military information in the southern states during the Civil War. Also, on this day in 1916, the National Park Service was established within the U.S. Department of the Interior. And on this day in 1918, Leonard Bernstein was born. He was a pioneer in the field of music. He was the first internationally acclaimed American-born orchestra conductor. Bernstein also composed classical works. In addition, he wrote music for Broadway, including West Side Story. For much of his life, he worked closely with the New York Philharmonic Orchestra, with which he made several international tours and recordings. Today on Word Power, we're going to talk about the saying, baker's dozen. Now, we all know that a dozen is 12, right? But if you get a baker's dozen of bagels, it means that you get 13 bagels. The reason for this is that baked goods were once sold by weight. Now, if a baker was selling a dozen loaves of bread, but the bread didn't weigh enough, the baker could be fined. So instead of risking getting the fine, bakers would add an extra pastry to the dozen, making a baker's dozen.
Ooh, extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what is the longest vertical drop in a cave? The answer is 4,566 feet, or 1,392 meters. This incredible drop is found in Lucina Jama Cave in Croatia.
Health tips.
If somebody is colorblind, it doesn't mean they can't see any colors. People who are colorblind have trouble seeing certain colors, like red, green, and some blues. And not all colorblind people see colors the same way either. Now, if you think you may be colorblind, there are simple tests you can take to find out. Just ask your parents or the school nurse to help you find these tests. You will not be able to vote until you're 18, but you can still participate in government. You've already started by learning something about our government, and you can learn even more. You can learn what our government is supposed to do. You can learn how it works. You can learn what rights you have, and you can learn about what responsibilities you have as a citizen. Thomas Jefferson thought that the main purpose of education should be to prepare people to be thoughtful and responsible citizens. He said, if a nation expects to be ignorant and free, it expects what never was and what never will be. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.